Saturday, October 1st, 2016, Monaco 64, home of alternative economics and contrarian views. Just an update on Deutsche Bank and specifically the political situation behind Deutsche Bank. I've discussed with some of the viewers, like through comments, when people say, "Oh, they won't let Deutsche Bank fail, the government will bail them out," and I've said, it's tricky for the German government, for Chancellor Merkel, because the Germans have always been very strict and tough with other countries when it concerns bank rescues and bailouts, and especially with Italy, whose banks have been in trouble for the last 12, especially the last 12, 18 months. The Germans have never, stopped reminding the Italians that the state cannot interfere in financial institutions, mainly because we have this European Union bail-in law that became effective from the 1st of January this year, 2016. And I read here from a legal website called hainesboone.com, and it says, as part of its efforts to eliminate the risk of taxpayer-funded bailouts of European banks, the European Union undertook a new bail-in regime beginning on January 1st, 2016, implementing rules which require banks and some other market participants in EU member states to write down, cancel, or convert into equity or otherwise modify certain unsecured liabilities if such steps are required to recapitalize the institution. What that basically means is that what banks are required to do if they're in trouble in order to recapitalize the institution is basically write off all the debt, default on all the debt, and also on all deposits above the insured limit for that country, and turn all that debt and also all that liability into equity. So basically, for example, if you have €500,000 in the bank, you might be insured for 100,000, but the other 400,000, they'll just give you new Deutsche Bank shares, which are like worth how much? I don't know. Basically, they give you paper, not cash. So that's the situation. And this afternoon, there's an article in Zero Hedge, and it says, German media says Merkel cannot afford to bail out Deutsche Bank. And the major newspapers like Frankfurter Allgemeine, and the other one is a Munich-based newspaper, Süddeutsche Zeitung, they're all saying, Merkel cannot bail out Deutsche Bank. The state cannot bail out Deutsche Bank for two reasons mainly. Domestic political reasons, because there's a party, AfD, which is a relatively new party, Alternative for Deutschland, and they're anti-immigration, and they're building up a lot of members and support. They've won local elections, and next year you have general elections in Germany. And if Merkel were to bail out Deutsche Bank, that would be, the end of her, politically. And the other reason that the German newspapers point out is that Germany has been lecturing Italy about bailing out its banks, with state support. So that would probably be the end of the EU if Germany, who's always lecturing, the so-called peripheral countries like Italy, Spain, Portugal, and Greece about how they should run their finances. If Germany comes out and bails out its biggest bank, it's very hypocritical and they lose all credibility. So, yeah, Germany's in a tight spot. Yeah, of course, a lot of people say, that Deutsche Bank is fine, there's no problems. But as Zero Hedge points out, it's not only the stock price that's been going down. They have instruments traded in derivatives called credit default swaps. And they have credit default swaps for Deutsche Bank securities, like bonds and other kinds of instruments, and those are like going through the roof in terms of showing a risk of default. So it's not only the stock market, but the credit market is showing a lot of worry about Deutsche Bank. And interesting as well that these German papers don't seem to be too convinced about this rumor that came out on Friday that the Department of Justice in the U.S. was giving Deutsche Bank, a new settlement deal of around $5.7 billion instead of $14 billion. We haven't heard anything from the Department of Justice. So for now, I think it's just a rumor. So it's really interesting. Things are evolving. Tuesday is a holiday in Germany. It's Unification Day, October 3rd. So Deutsche Bank stock will not be trading in Frankfurt. It probably will trade in New York later on in the day. The Deutsche Bank ADR, American Depository Rights. So it will still be open. So that's it for now. I'm going to go back to watching the Ryder Cup. I know it's distraction, but yeah, you have to have some kind of distraction once in a while. I know there's a lot of distractions out there for the sheeple, but I love my golf. I not only watch golf, but I play it. So I guess that's my excuse. So if you like my videos, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. And if you like to donate, there's links below in the description. I accept Bitcoin, BitGold, which is gold money. I accept payments through PayPal and Patreon. So have a good weekend, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.